Welcome. I'm Doug from HD Ellsworth. The D in HD, if you don't get it, you're definitely not my wife, and this is Dying to Retire. Join me on a candid journey from my government job to the freedom of retirement. As one of the last of the baby boomers, I am hanging up my federal badge and diving into what comes next. I will talk about what led to my decision, on why it was time for me to retire, and what I did right, and what mistakes I have made. I am not an HR expert, nor am I a financial advisor, so I have made a few mistakes. When I can, I'll slice through the noise of today's headlines with a sharp, no-holds-barred commentary delivered with the kind of honesty only retirement can afford. This podcast is a safe space for non-woke people, and while I try to keep everything somewhat above board, and if it has to be said bluntly, it will be. Vegas rules apply here, so let's get started. If I haven't mentioned it before, I'm an avid reader. I enjoy reading various genres from bad military science fiction, which is essentially just space operas, to just about anything else. Recently, I heard a podcast where the host talked about their habit of reading even in the bathroom, which I can relate to. In my research on retirement or life in general, I have identified 10 common themes or stressors, triggers, however you want to call it, that may indicate or do indicate it's time to start thinking about retirement. While these triggers are personal to me, I hope some of them may resonate with each of you. The 10 are work stress, health challenges, sleep disturbances, technology overwhelmment, loss of passion for the job, financial preparedness, though not a stressor or trigger, more so a factor, desire for new challenges, family considerations, reflections of life's goals, and the last will be a surprise. Now, these aren't in any particular order, even though I'm going to name them off 1 to 10, but it's not in any order of importance. So let's get started. Number 1, work stress. It's number 1 because it's a catch-all for me. Pretty much covers everything, but deserves its own standalone category. It's the constant feeling of being overwhelmed, stressed, or burnt out. At work may indicate it's time for a change. Think about what used to be 8-hour workdays are actually 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours or more, and that doesn't include the time for your commute to and from work. Means you don't get a lot of time to spend with your family and a whole bunch of other things that actually I'll cover in a moment. It also includes where you and your boss don't get along. You could be the asshole. Hey, I admit I can be the asshole. They're the asshole. Your coworkers are the assholes. Or all of you just a bunch of assholes. At this point, it really no longer matters. Also, the other part is there may be no next promotion. There's no growth. Combine that with you're not learning anything new, and that really creates a workplace stress environment. Also, in today's age, is it that the workplace seems it has shifted to the concept of anything but work. Yes, ABW has a brand new meaning. It got appropriated. Someone should sue. And if stress outweighs the satisfaction derived from work, it might be worth considering retirement. Number 2, health challenges. Do you have health concerns? Are they physical health concerns? Are they concerns for your mental health? Both of these are triggers. And they're especially triggers for those of us who are in the late 50s or 60s that we need to look at. I have chronic health issues, just like 1 in a million. One of my health issues, thanks to the thyroid stuff, is increased fatigue. I'm great in the morning, in the afternoon, I'm dead. I want to fall asleep. So I do have a desire for more time to focus on well-being. 10 and 12-hour days don't usually allow most workers, especially us older folks, time to eat right, go to the gym, or let alone live a healthy lifestyle. And all of these things chip away at what time we have left. It was very interesting. In an early November 2023 article, the New York Post reported that the average life expectancy in the U.S. had crashed to ages not seen since 1996. In 2003, the U.S. was 10th in the world. Now we are ranked 34th. Globally, the life expectancy is around 80 years old. In the U.S., that is 76 for both sexes. This means if one retires at 67, they only have around 9 years left. And how healthy are you going to be for those years? And as one YouTuber talks about, he calls it go-go years, slow-go years, and no-go years. We never know when slow-go and no-go is going to creep in. And how healthy are you going to be for those years? Especially If you've been to, say, rode hard and put up wet, what I mean by that, we've put work first over our health. Too many of us, both men and women, say we're going to get healthy, have that thing looked at, et cetera, after we retire. But then we die right after we retire. On average, the men in my family live till they're about 72 to 74 years of age. So I guess I'm back to 1996 expectations, and I'm wondering I should go look for Doc Brown and find out where the hell is my DeLorean. Number 3, and the one I hate, sleep disturbances. Does your job demands affect your sleep patterns, and you find it challenging to maintain a healthy work-life balance? In my optics, sleep disturbances and number 2's health challenges go hand in hand. The older we get, the more sleep we need, but we're not getting it. We're not young kids anymore. We can't bounce back like young kids, like we could when we were younger, but we're putting the same demands on our body. Let's just say I am lucky if I get 4 or more hours of sleep each night, or reducing my workplace stress hopefully would alleviate some of these stressors and contribute to better sleep. The question is, can I get a work or flexible work schedule without retiring? I'm not sure. And actually, no, not my current office. If I could, and if you could, that would be great and likely improve yours and my work life balance. But if you and I can't, and we're at the right age, retirement will likely provide you or I more time for relaxation and reduce or remove commuting stress altogether. Number 4, technology overwhelmment. This is the feeling of being overcome or frustrated by the rapidly advancing technology that's coming out these days. It is often brought on by a person's inability to master or their ability to slowly master now what they used to be able to master quickly of what is now the new technology. And yes, I'm quite aware that many of us boomers and those early Gen Xers are better with technology than many of today's millennials and Gen Zers. But millennials and Gen Zers will have artificial intelligence, AI, and AI will do just about everything for them. Okay, not everything, but most things. But AI will be able to help them gen up a report in Microsoft Word faster than we could type one. My two-finger typing is never going to do it. And are you ready for artificial intelligence? I know I'm smart, but this is a whole new world. Do I have the time and patience to learn the back end of the new technologies? Because that is where the money's going to be made. But me, I want to be a user. I enjoy it. I think it's going to help in a lot of things. So I want to be the user on it. And I'm at the age I want to play with the toys, not build the toys. How about you? Number 5, and there ain't no blue pill for this shit. Loss of passion for your work. If your passion or enthusiasm for your work or career has diminished and you find yourself going through the motions without general interest or genuine interest, it could be time to explore other avenues. Have you retired in place? Retired in place is slang, for those who don't know it, when an employee works just hard enough not to be fired and is just waiting until it's time that they're eligible to retire with benefits, or they're already past that point, but they're just waiting for that final shove. Forget the walking dead, it's the working dead these days. And it reminds me of a meme I saw the other day of a skeleton riding in the subway with the caption, "When you have died, but you've realized you have no more sick days." Now, don't go feeling bad for employers who think these employers are lazy assholes. The opposite of retired in place or quietly quitting is called quietly firing. What does this mean, you ask? Well, quietly firing is when managers or a sole manager makes a job so miserable or mistreats an employee that the employee quits instead of being fired. And I can see this happening a lot to the over 50 crowd. And just think about it. While many federal employees are loaded down, just think about it. While many federal employers are loaded with employees who have been around for a long time, 20 or more years, but just have not reached the senior or executive levels and will eventually quit and get a pension, but not yet have reached their minimum retirement age where there's more benefits go when you retire at that level. Quietly firing would be an enticing tool to be used by management, possibly encouraged by senior leadership to get those targeted or get targeted employees to get targeted employees to leave and forego their and their spouse's eligibility to remain under the employer's health insurance, etc. This is why the government entity doesn't have to go down the more costly path of early buyouts, and that's my opinion. I'm not saying it is happening, just that I can see it happening as it paves the way for cheaper, lower grade employees to be hired. Let's take a break for a not so fun fact.
Not so fun fact number 2. Per the 2023 Go Banking Rate Study, the average retirement age in Alaska is 63. The average amount of money needed in savings to retire is $1,487,698. When that person was 18, let's say a fresh high school graduate,
Number
do you
6,
think they had
financial
any inclination
preparedness.
that they
On
would
the
need
positive
that much
side,
money,
being
or
financially
that they
prepared
would
for
be that
retirement is
old before
crucial.
they were
This
ready
can be
to
a
think about
significant trigger,
retiring?
but I really call it
When
more of
you
a
were
factor
18,
because
how
if
much money
you
did
have
you
reached a
think you
point
would
where
need?
your financial
And at what age
situation
did you
allows
think
you to
you were
retire
going to retire?
comfortably, it's time to start thinking about it. However, comfortably is a relative term. Just like one man's trash is another man's treasure, living comfortably for one person is equivalent of living in a trailer park for another. Since my wife and I have been together, we've always tried to ensure we could live and survive on just one of our salaries. We don't always hit the mark, but we're close to it. But it is a goal and a guidepost. We are in luck. You're in luck. Many videos and podcasts are on YouTube, Spotify, and other media outlets that help people such as yourself and me to ascertain if we are financially comfortable. In later episodes, I will provide a name and the links to the ones that I watch and why. Number 7, desire for new challenges. Retirement can be an opportunity to pursue new interests and challenges. If you find yourself yearning for different experiences or wanting to explore new hobbies or have a hobby that you haven't been able to fully explore and your current job doesn't allow it, might be time to retire. To me, this is the old, are you tired of doing the same old shit that you've been doing for X number of years? The desire for new challenges goes hand in hand with number 5's loss of passion. The desire for new challenges is the needed push many of us need in reaching number 6's financial preparedness. If you're at number 6, financially prepared, and you're experiencing the need for number 7, desire for new challenges, and you're not feeling it from your day-to-day career, job, however you want to call it, and you haven't been feeling it for a while, number 8, family considerations. Family plays a crucial role in our lives. Changes within it can significantly impact our retirement decisions. For instance, becoming a new grandparent can be a monumental life event that triggers a reassessment of your priorities. The desire to spend more time with family can become a driving force for considering retirement. However, on the flip side, conversely, the opposite is true as well. Retirement can serve as a means to distance yourself from family or family members. One or two of them, or maybe them all. Who knows? Everyone's situation is a little different. It could be a decision rooted in a personal well-being, allowing for a reset and a change to explore life on one's own terms. The aspect of family dynamics emphasizes that retirement isn't solely about personal goals, but also about creating the right environment for positive and fulfilling relationships with your family. Or not. Like I said, the opposite can be true as well. Number 9, reflection on life's goals. Sound like Obi-Wan Kenobi here. Taking stock of your life goals and realizing that your current job no longer aligns with those goals can be a powerful motivator for retirement. Reflecting on one's past, current, and future goals, life's goals, is what some say is a fundamental step in the retirement decision-making process. It's about asking profound questions. Oh, be so profound. Have I accomplished what I set out to do in my career or personal life? I know I ask myself that every single day. No, not really. Does my current job or position align with what I want to achieve from now until the end of my days? That's what I'm really asking myself. And the question is no, it's not. This self-analysis can serve as a powerful motivator for retirement. It has for me. If you find that you've achieved the milestones that you set out for yourself, or if your current job no longer allows you to pursue the activities or passion that brings you fulfillment, could be a signal to take a next step. Retirement in this context becomes a tool for aligning your daily life with your new long-term aspirations, allowing you to embark on the next chapters with a sense of purpose and satisfaction. Yes, I want to be satisfied. I have to talk to my wife on the other half of that. These considerations underline that retirement isn't a one-size-fits-all decision. It's a highly personal choice influenced by many factors, and understanding the role of family dynamics and life goals can help individuals make more informed and fulfilling decisions when the time comes. And lastly, number 10, the feeling of dying to retire. If the mention of the podcast title, Dying to Retire, has you saying, yeah, that's me, congratulations. You might be feeling the pull of retirement more than you realize. If the prospect of leaving behind the daily grind, no longer dodging rush hour traffic, bidding farewell to the shitty office politics, makes you want to raise a glass and declare, I'm dying to retire, well, you're not alone. The readiness to retire sometimes reveals itself in clever titles or sayings that resonate with us all. It is when you look at certain memes and go, shit, yeah, that's me. I feel exactly like that. And let's be honest, we all have had those days when the office feels like a sitcom and not a good one that went wrong, and we're just the actors and we just don't know it. So if the retirement feels like a punchline you've been waiting for, in that case, it's a strong clue that you just might be emotionally prepared to embrace a new chapter. Remember, these 10 triggers and stressors can be highly personal, and everyone's journey to retirement is going to be unique. Often a combination of these factors, whether it's health issues, family considerations, reflecting on the life goals, or simply feeling it is time, the feeling that you are dying to retire, all can lead you and me to make that significant life decision. It's time to move on to that second or third chapter of our lives. So welcome to the club. Whether you're here for the insight, the humor, or just commiserate with someone who understands and sometimes feels like a Dilbert cartoon, retirement might be the answer, the option, the next chapter you and I have been looking for. What's good about retirement, you get to write the script. That's it for today. Curious, concerned, or just want to chat? I'm all ears. Reach out at dyingtoretirepodcast@gmail.com. And if you find yourself nodding along or you just enjoy the ride, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hasta luego.